Back to the homemade podcast of sports with your host Jay Pops. Guys, we are back. We are back, baby. I just want to say this here. First and foremost, shout out to Mike Elko. Okay, another one, man. Shout out to Marcel Reed. Right? And I know it's just like, man, you gonna start the show off like that? Yeah, I am. Shout out to Marcel Reed for absolutely coming on the interview in a press conference on yesterday and saying that I'm sure, not in these exact words, but I'm sure you guys have heard just like I have, I'm not a passer. Hey, we're just gonna leave it at that, okay? But shout out to Marcel Reed, right, for just calling out total BS, in my honest opinion, man. In my honest opinion, that was total BS from a lot of people out there. And I mean, hell, he's not the only one that hears it. I hear it too. Hell, we all out there here. Marcel Reed ain't this, Marcel Reed ain't that. Well, in the end, guys, we'll see. We will see, okay? So, guys, on this latest edition of the homemade podcast of sports with your host, Jay Pops, number one, I'm back. Football season is right around the corner. We're now starting to get into fall camp, which is, pretty much fall practice at this point. And it's creeping, baby. It's coming. It's coming. I am very excited about these Aggies. I really want to see what they're going to do. Okay, I'm going to lay a couple of predictions for the first two games here. And guys, we're going to let the good times roll, okay? So, number one, man, well, I keep on saying number one, right? But happy you guys in here, man. I'm so happy that you guys are back. I know you guys have been looking at everybody else's podcasts and stuff like that, but guess what, man? It's time to come on back home, okay? It is time to come back, baby. I am here. Not going anywhere. I'm going to do these once a week leading all the way up to the season. Okay? I'm going to say that once again. I'm going to do these once a week leading all the way up to the season. You guys have to remember as well, my son, he plays football, so his season is right around the corner. Hell, we got a pep rally to go to at Conroe High School. Shout out to those guys. And I just want to say this here. I should have tagged Conroe in this video. But at Conroe, guys, you guys are going to be getting a little bit more exposure this year. Why? Because I'm going to talk about Conroe football, baby. All right? Hey, man, it's good to see you as well. Yes, the family is good and in good condition. Thanks for asking that, and thanks for shouting it out there, man. So, once again, back to what I just said. I'm going to be talking a little bit about Conroe high school football, right? My son plays on a JV team, and I'm going to do my best to talk about this varsity team, but also talk about the JV team, okay? Yes, I am going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it. And my son's name is Rayon McGowan, okay? He is what I consider an athlete. Okay, that's me. I consider him an athlete, but he plays at the wide receiver position. Okay, so he is a skilled position player. You guys be looking for him. He wore number 12. No, he wore number 8 on last year, if I'm not mistaken. So hey, if any of you guys live in the Conroe area and you guys feel like you want to come on up there to the Conroe game, and you happen to see me in the crowd, hey man, just please, by all means, get my attention. I don't mind talking to you. And I don't mind talking Aggie football, but also Conroe football, okay? In which I believe Conroe will be a damn good team this year, okay? That's for JV and varsity, all right? So, once again, guys, we're getting closer and closer. I cannot wait until this season starts. Forgive me for 1 second, but I just want to see something here. I want to see if I can get that screen to show the flags back here, because just like Mike Elko said, and to any Texas fans out there in the comments, we are the flagship program, okay? We're the flagship program in Texas. I'm going to scoot this back a little bit. All right, but guys, I'm here, man. I'm here. So guys, let's go ahead and get on to it, okay? Let's go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty, all right? I will say this, all right? I will say this for people out there. Yes, guys, I keep on telling you that I am doing a new setup, and I just want you guys to be patient with me, okay? Just continuously be patient with me. You guys will see changes happen, little by little. All right. This stuff does take time, so just be patient with me on that. Okay. So, man, we're gonna talk about a little bit of things here. First off, the 5-star tight end. I'm sorry, not 5-star tight end. The 5-star defensive end that's out there. Let me go to it right now. You know what? I'm going to go to Rivals. Okay. If you guys have not heard, Rivals has announced signed with On3. Yes, this is pretty old news. I know this part, but the Rivals, right, of course, is a recruiting website. It's been around for a very long time, ever since I've been in high school. But those guys have now signed with On3. Okay, I'm trying to go there. Their connection is not private. I don't know what we're talking about right now. Guys, I can pull it to the website. I don't know if they're doing it, but On3 for it. Let me go. Give them up. Go here. I guess I gotta go to. Okay. Man, there's a lot going on with this project, I see. So, as of right now, for the ones that did not know, there is a commitment coming up on tomorrow, and it's going to be for the 5-star defensive end. Let me see what this guy's name is. I don't know why I can't think of his name right now, but that guy is committing on tomorrow. Okay. But that guy is down to Texas A&M and someone else in here. I cannot remember who. All right, so Rivals is kind of like giving me a hard time right here. They're really giving me a hard time. We go to mid-minutes. They're having me go all over the place. If you guys know the guy's name, feel free to leave that in the comment section, okay? But trying to go to it, player rankings. Once again, he's a 5-star defensive end. He's going to be committing on tomorrow. And I don't know his name. I don't know why I can't think of his name right now. But what's crazy is I've just seen the guy on my phone. I literally just seen him on my phone. Anthony Jones, okay? This guy will be committing on tomorrow. So his finalists are, he's down to Oregon. I believe he's down to Texas A&M, Alabama, and Oregon, if I'm not mistaken. These are the last 3 remaining teams. What is the predictions on this guy? It looks like he's leaning towards Oregon more than anything. I will say this here. I would not be surprised if that young man comes to Texas A&M. Okay, I'm going to say this once again. I would not be surprised if he commits to Texas A&M. His name is Anthony Jones. Once again, he's a 5-star recruit. He is rated as the, let's see what he is. Go to it. He's 6'3", 245, by the way. He's rated as the 22 best player overall, according to Rivals.com. Okay, so guys, just keep that in mind. Like I said, the commitment is on tomorrow. I'm not sure what time that commitment will be, but guess what, man? I'm just going to check something right here. All right. Let me see if my Twitter is up, and let me see if I can log on there. Okay. Once again, man, just be patient with me, but this is very, very important information right here, and I just want everybody to, just be on the lookout for things like that, Go to and what's crazy is that I don't usually follow writers, and I stopped following them a long time ago. And it's because 247 started to take over. So he's committing on, of course, tomorrow, July 31st. It will be on the Pat McAfee show. Okay. I don't know what time, because it does not have a time here for whatever reason, but he will be committing on the Pat McAfee show. I'm not sure of what time Pat McAfee comes on, but like I say, man, just be looking for that, okay? Guys, I also want to show you something too, right? So this is a cool koozie, by the way. All right, this is a Texas A&M koozie. I mean, not a koozie, but this is a Texas A&M, little thing for you to put your drinks on and stuff like that. So this is very, very cool. Okay. If you guys are out there, make sure that you stop at where I get this from. Oh God, where did I get this from? I got this. What's crazy is that SEC Mike and Shane, and I hear Shane talk about this all the time. I actually got these from Crack Barrel, if I'm not mistaken. I literally got these from Crack Barrel. I also have a cool cup, right, which is a Texas A&M drinking cup, and I put my water in my coffee in there every morning. But this is a pretty cool thing here, and on that, like in the middle and stuff like that, man, it's the actual football field, man. This is the whole stadium. I want to get up so you guys see. Okay. So this is the entire stadium. I'm gonna turn it to where you can see it. Okay. It has the Texas A&M logo on there. Very pretty logo. And it's the stadium on the inside of it. Yes, guys, this is something else to me. It caught my attention, and I just wanted for you guys to see that. If you guys are interested and stuff like that. And like I say, that's the entire stadium in there. Yes, guys, I told you before. Hey man, we're Aggie fans. Okay? This is us, and I am getting myself fully prepared for the season, in which I have to give me a barbecue pit as well. Okay. But hey, like I said, man, let's let the good times roll. Okay. So, guys. Okay. After all that rumbling, yapping, stuff like that, stuff like that, guys, let's talk about it here. So, Texas A&M, right? 2025 season. What is it looking like? Okay. And what's the potential of this 2025 Texas A&M football team, right? Who are the Aggies of 2025? Most importantly, do they have what it takes to be a college football playoff national champion? Okay? Man, you guys tell me. Are these guys talented? Yes. Do these guys have what it takes? We will see. My honest opinion, I believe they do, right? But guys, it's been a long time. It's been a very long time, and we're gonna go back to when they did win that national title, which was in 1939, right? Yes, I know guys make a lot of jokes about this, but let's just see, right? So 2025, okay. Now I'll go ahead and do the math for everybody out there. Minus 1939. Okay, how many years is that? 86 years since Texas A&M has put their hands on a national title. I'm going to say that once again. It's been 86 years since Texas A&M has put their hands on the national title. Georgia won that national title in 1980, and it took them, 40 years, if I'm not mistaken? When they win, 2022, so it took them 42 years, something like that. That's when Kirby won the first one. That's half that time. That's 4 long decades. Okay, 4 long decades, 2 century marks. Okay, in Texas A&M case, it's almost been it has. It's been a little bit over. No, it's been 8 decades, right? And it has been 4. It has been 4 century marks. So Hell, I don't even much know who's living now that was born in 1939. And then again, they was born in 1939. That don't mean they watched the national title game, right? So yes, guys, I get it. But think about the potential that this team has to go out there and, you know, and grab that national title. Hell, I'll tell you like this: Johnny Manziel was the closest one to come to almost accomplishing it. Okay, in which Kevin Sumlin was the coach. So Kevin Sumlin, yeah, he was the guy that almost accomplished that. Okay, he was the last recent one. The coach before that was Arson Sloan. He was the last recent one to almost achieve that, right? The problem is that there wasn't no college football playoffs back then. All right, and I believe I speak for many of others when I say if there was a college football playoffs back then, Texas A&M would have been in a ton of it, okay? That 2012 team with Johnny Manziel, they would have been in there, okay? So now we fast forward to 2025, okay? Last year, and I'm gonna sound like a broken record here, but that team was one win away from playing in the SEC title game. I'm going to say it again for all the people in the back. That team was one win away from playing in the national title game. That defense was not good at all. But if you're going to sit up here and you're going to tell me that with that defense that we had last year, that could have put us in an SEC championship game, then if the defense is improved this year, what in the hell do you think that's going to do? Okay, and I hear a lot of this, right, and I'm so glad Marcel Reed addressed this. But we're talking about the potential of the overall team, and we'll just break it down position by position, right? So you do have Marcel Reed at quarterback. What's the potential of Marcel Reed? It's high. It's very high, right? I believe that guy is going to silence a lot of people. I see somebody came on here and said we will know a lot about Elko in year 2. Well, I'm here to tell you this. I'm going to counter that. I think we know a lot about the guy from the previous year in year 1. He went 8-4 regular season, right? But then 8-5 to go ahead and end the season. Man, it's a lot of teams with a first-year head coach that I've seen that's on the big stage right now, right? Kirby Smart is one of them. That guy went 6-6 in his first season. Okay, but after that, he came back with an 11-win season, right? And the list goes on from there. Sark, right? Steve Sarkisian over there at Texas. Back-to-back 12-win season, right? That guy went 5-7 in the first season. Then next year he went 8-5, right? Because he lost in a bowl game. And then it turned around, that guy went 12 wins, and then last year was also 12 wins. Man, things can happen. So you look at this first year, right? Those two coaches that I just mentioned, those guys wasn't one win away from the SEC championship appearance. They were not. You have a guy that's coming back for year number 2, and all I can hear is Marcel Reed this and Marcel Reed that. Oh, Marcel Reed needs to improve. What I don't like about when people talk about that is that they talk like Marcel Reed and that Texas A&M football team went 5-7, man. They absolutely did not. The team did not go 5-7, guys. Also with Marcel Reed showed you his potential. Marcel Reed was the reason to why we came back and tied the game in the South Carolina game. Do you guys forget that? Who lost that game? The defense. Why? Because they couldn't tackle no damn body. They could not. Also, who went down in that football game? Le'Veon Moss. I'm not going to keep on repeating that over and over and over and over and over. Would that have changed the game? I'm a believer. I am a big, strong believer, and I will say yes. I think that would have changed the game. Would they have still lost? Probably. I don't know. But I'm here to tell you that probably would have won Texas A&M that football game. But then again, man, you turn around to the Auburn game, guys. The Auburn game. What was the issue in that game? It was defense. So why are we continuously saying Marcel Reed has to develop? No, the defense has to develop. They have to come on with it. I believe Marcel Reed is fine. He missed some guys. Damn. The guy hadn't played SEC football for a full calendar year. And on last year, he still didn't play for a full calendar year. He got thrusted into the starting role. Guys, of course he's going to miss some damn people, right? And truthfully speaking, that wasn't a good wide receiver core. That was not. That was like a wide receiver core that was made on the fly. That's literally what that was in year one with Mike Elko. So if you're going to tell me that with Mike Elko and Colin Klein calling this offense that he can put some receivers together on the fly, and we're once again one game away from going to the SEC championship, you give Colin Klein a full season, right? A full season to do what he has to do. He went out and recruited. He went in the transfer portal. The potential of that wide receiver core is lethal to me. It's lethal. Who do you have over there? You got Mario Craven. Okay? He came from Mississippi State. What did Mario Craven do to Texas A&M? He put up 100 yards on this. And he was a freshman. That says a lot about where that defense was, man. That defense wasn't good pass defense-wise. But now we have a guy that legitimately was a threat at Mississippi State, and he ran all over our ass. Okay? Now we have him with us. I believe that's enough said right there. Right? But now you got KC Concepcion. I believe that's how you pronounce it. KC Concepcion. What does that mean? Damn, man, KC is proven. KC potential, right? But also proven. He's not proven in the SEC. I get that. But if you're going to tell me that he's not proven in the SEC, then I'm going to counter that, and I'm going to say John Mateer isn't proven in the SEC neither, but y'all are crowning him. He's a quarterback. I get that. Don't miss the point of what I just said. We're crowning new guys, but when it comes to this potential of Texas A&M, nobody believes in that. So what's the potential of that wide receiver unit? They're going to be good. Terry Bussey is coming back for his second year. Now he actually knows the role that he's going to be playing. It's wide receiver, people. It's wide receiver. I believe Terry Bussey is going to be good. Okay? Also, Ashton, Ashton Bethel Roman? I got to make sure I pronounce these names right. Ashton Bethel Roman. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He's fast. He's one of the fastest wide receivers on that team. Okay? Also, Isaiah Williams. I think you guys forget about Isaiah Williams. I'm going to say that once again. Isaiah Williams didn't play last year. He did not. Guess what? He committed last year. Isaiah Williams is still on this roster. Why? Because we're going to get into this later, but retention. Retention, people. We were missing retention in College Station. What was happening to these guys under Jimbo Fisher? They kept freaking leaving. They kept leaving. Going to the NFL early. Guess what? We got to start over again. You know, and we got to keep on going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now you have Mike Elko at the end. Mike Elko's team, right? 72% coming back. That is a lot of people that is returning to a system that they played in 1 year ago. I'm starting to hear this a lot, though. I'm starting to hear this a lot. People are starting to buy in on Texas A&M. And I get it, guys. Damn. Yeah, the 8-4 jokes. Oh, guys, y'all buying in. They ain't going to do nothing but go 8-4. Well, guys, they went 8-4 with an inexperienced system that none of those guys were used to. So, once again, if you're going to tell me that Mike Elko can go 8-4 in year number one, I'm here to tell you that this ain't Jimbo Fisher in his first year where I just spoke retention, right? Jimbo Fisher in his first year, he lost some guys. That's because he couldn't retain their asses. This year, in year number two, Mike Elko coming, who all left? I'm going to ask this once again. Well, who all left? Nobody. Nobody like that. The wide receivers are gone. I give them that. But guess what? None of those wide receivers were a threat to begin with. They weren't. The only one that posed a threat that everybody had already knew about was Noah Thomas. It was nobody else. Okay? It was nobody else. Jabri Barber, like him. He wasn't elite. Cyrus Allen, like him. He wasn't elite. Okay? I'm going to say that once again. He wasn't elite. All right. Noah Thomas, I just finished talking about. Loved him. Noah will forever be my guy. Guess what? He wasn't elite. So what are we up against going forward, man? It's a lot of guys out here that we have to play that are elite. So we want to be elite also. What do? You go out and get some guys that's fast, that's big, physical, can run with Marcel Reed, right? During those scramble drills in which Marcel Reed spoke about. Marcel Reed said, man, we just been working on a couple of things, and I hear scramble drills in there. Ding, 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 ding. Those are alarm bells for me. You mean tell me they're working on scramble drills? What does that mean, y'all? Colin Klein has had a full season. He knows who his starting quarterback is now. He knows what his strength of his starting quarterback is. What is his strength, Jay? My quarterback can scramble. Guess what I'm going to have I ain't got to these guys yet, but guess what I'm going to have the receiver corps do? You need to follow Marcel Reed wherever he goes. Hold on. Mario Craven, isn't he one of the faster wide receivers? Wasn't he one of the faster wide receivers last year in the SEC? I don't know, man. You guys tell me. Craven, good. Come on. Let's get it. All right, KC Concepcion, wasn't he one of the best wide receivers in the ACC last year? I don't know. You guys tell me. Boom. Come on. Let's get it. Speed. Physical. Okay? Another. Terry Bussey. Wasn't Terry Bussey the touted 5-star wide recruit athlete that we bust our ass and went out and got, right? Mike Elko had to really bust his ass to get that dude. Guess what? Isn't Terry Bussey fast and physical? Yes. So, man, we have some guys coming in. We have a ton of guys coming in. And I think this wide receiver corps this year is out to prove a point, right? And they have a quarterback to help those guys out. It's going to be back and forth. So let's get to the tight ends, okay? Tight ends, bunch of potential. Truth be told, 2 of those guys are already NFL bound. If they have a hell of a year this year, maybe not both, but 2 of those guys are NFL bound, okay? One of them is Theodore Milton-Marshall. Okay? One of them is that guy. The other one is Amari Nate, what is his name? Amari Black, I believe, Amari Black. Hell, we don't even know if that guy's going to start. And then we have the other guy from last year that came back as well. Guys, you see where I'm going with this? I believe the wide receiver corps will be good. Oh, but I hear this. Oh, well, but Marcel throwing the ball. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That's a damn good thing. I'd rather Marcel Reed throw the ball than anybody else that's sitting on that bench right now. Okay? And no, you guys can't change my mind on that at all. Everybody else that's on that bench is not ready yet. I'm gonna say this once again. They're not ready yet. Did those guys leave though? They didn't. They didn't leave. Right? One of them is a transfer from UAB. Okay? I'm so glad he came to join the team, help Marcel out, let him know some things. Hey, you need to look over here instead of looking over there. Guys, that's what we need, man. That's what we're missing. Damn. We hadn't had nobody to sit back and just really talk to our quarterbacks. But now we got it. We got it. Okay? So we keep on going from there. The offensive line. Lord Jesus. Lord. That offensive line. All 5 returning starters are back. I heard somebody mention this about the offensive line. Oh, the offensive line, man, they wasn't all that good. What damn Texas A&M team were you looking at? I'm not sure, like, are you just specifically looking at the games where Connor played in it? Because if you are, even when Connor played, Connor had enough time to throw that ball. I'm going to say this once again. Connor had enough time to throw the ball. Connor held on to the ball. Okay? Also, when Connor tried to run, Connor got his ass hit. All right? And that's no shots to Connor Wigman. I'm going to tell you something about that guy real quick. I don't want to go off topic, but he's going to be damn good at U of H. And I know he is. He's going to throw for over 2,500 yards and probably about 20 touchdowns, 20 plus. That's Connor Wiggins, right? I was upset when he got benched, but guess what, man? The show rolls along. I was all for Marcel when he came into the game the year before last in that bowl game. And a lot of y'all forget about the damn bowl game where the boy came in, got thrown in that game. Ever since Marcel Reed has been playing football at Texas A&M, he's been thrown into the damn game. But guess what? He's manned up to every single last one of those games that he's been thrown in, man. And that means something. That means something. Okay? The young fella has been there. He's rode the ship. Guess what? He ain't jumped off yet. So, anyways, that's my take on that one, right? So, get to this offensive line here. I really don't have too much to say about that offensive line other than they're going to make a lot of people eat their words. And I love this offensive line that's coming back. Number one, because all 5 returning starters. Number 2, a lot of people notice this. Number 3 is that offensive line does not talk much. They don't. They don't do no talking. They're very quiet. They're blue-collared. They come in there with a get-it attitude, you know, ready to lay down some work, and then they're going about their business. They're gone. They're absolutely gone. Okay? Man, I can move past those guys because those guys are pretty quick to move from. Okay? So let's talk about a significant piece that's going to really help out and shape this Texas A&M football team. That defensive backfield. Almost everybody is returning on that side of the ball. We have some new faces, right? Which is Julian Humphrey, in which, what's up, Julian? Welcome home. I'm going to say this once again, welcome home. College Station is where you should have been at anyways. So welcome home. He's here now. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Julian Humphrey. Then again, I think a lot of people are sleeping on Tyreek Spell. Guess what? Tyreek Spell is coming back. Nobody's sleeping on Will Lee III because they already know what he can do. But I think a lot of people forgot about what Tyreek Spell could do. Need I remind you that Tyreek Spell was SEC All-American? I'm going to say that once again. Need I remind you that Tyreek Spell was an SEC All-American? I mean, I'm sorry, what? SEC All-Conference? So, he's coming back. I've heard nothing but great news about him. Also in that backfield, right? Final year. I'm going to say final year because I know I'm not going crazy. Bryce Anderson. I don't think Bryce had a good season last season. I think Bryce will tell you that himself. However, I think this season, Bryce is probably like the top 5 safety in the country. I'm going to say that once again. Bryce is top 5 safety in the country. Guess who went out and got him anyways? Mike freaking Elko. These were all the guys he went out and got. Yeah, Bryce was a part of that 2022 class. A part of that number 1 class. Yes, guys, he was. Right? But he's one of the lone guys that's there. My bad. Jared Kerr. I think Jared Kerr is very underrated. Guess what Jared Kerr plays? Safety. Nobody talks about these guys. And they're not going to talk about them because they don't get that much exposure. I know they don't. But guess what? This is a new year. I think Jared Kerr, he plays a lot of ball this year. And I think he's going to be damn good at it. I think Will Lee, shut down corner, damn good at it. There's one I ain't mentioned yet. Hold on. Julian Humphrey, damn good. I'm just curious to see what he's going to be put at. Tyreek Spell, he's out there, starter. I know this already. And one more guy that held his own. He got beat in a couple of these games, but he held his own. Guess what? A lot of people have slept on him, but I've heard somebody say this, and I'm going to say the same thing. If that guy was to have on another goddamn jersey, he would have heard his name all through this goddamn work. Dez Ricks. I'm going to say it again. Dez Ricks. Dez know he ain't have a good year last year. He knows that. Guess what, though? Dez is back for another month. Dez was a 5-star recruit coming out. One of the top cornerbacks that A&M wanted, LSU wanted. Guess who got him? Alabama. Excuse my language, but Alabama got him. Right? And that was under the Nick Saban team. He got him. It's a lot of people at Alabama that still wants Dez Ricks. Okay? But guess what he came to? He came with Mike Elko. Why? Because A&M was a top choice on his list. He was down to us 3. Alabama, LSU, Texas A&M. That was it. So, no, Dez Ricks, he's back. Okay? He's going to be good. Regardless if people want to like it or not or believe that or not, Dez Ricks is going to be good, people. That backfield, the potential, right? We're talking about the potential. That backfield should be a no-fly zone. All of those deep passes that was going all over their head last year, I don't expect that to happen this year. Not under Mike Elko's watch and not under Jay Bateman's watch. Yeah, I know a lot of people like to crap on Jay Bateman. I get it, right? He was at Florida. He was bad at Florida, but then again, at times he was good. He was damn good at Mississippi State. Okay? The potential. No-fly zone from this defensive backfield. Okay? Let's talk about that linebacker core. Terrion York. Terrion York didn't have a great season. Well, I'm sorry. He had an okay season last year. He didn't have a good season. Okay, but not good. Right? Not great. What I mean by that is it wasn't Terrion York's standard of a season, man. It was not. He missed a lot of tackles too last year. He missed a bunch. Guess what? Terrion York coming back this year. Right? I think Terrion York is more seasoned. I think Terrion is ready to get down. And I think Terrion going for the linebacker here. Yeah, I said it. Bold. Bold statement from Jay Pops. Go ahead and write it down, put it on Twitter. Copy the video, attach it, do whatever you got to do. Bold statement, Terrion York is a finalist for linebacker of the year. Okay? He is. What does that mean? Scooby Williams. He's still out there, people. Scooby came back. That's retention, man. And a lot of Florida people crapped on Scooby Williams. Oh, he ain't that good. He ain't oh man, y'all don't know what y'all get, man. Man, that boy couldn't tackle, he couldn't do this. Scooby Williams was one of our best linebackers last year. Right? Scooby played hurt. Guess what? Full off season. Get yourself together, Scoop. I think that linebacker unit have more sacks this year. I'm going to say it again. I think they have more sacks this year. Okay? They have way more sacks. All right? So, other one, right? And we only played with the 2 linebackers. But the other one, that very sneaky. And I think these 2 guys are going to give people a run for their money. Okay? What's his name, man? Can't think of the other linebacker. But he's from Hawaii. And he's out there with his brother, if I'm not mistaken. He's out there with his brother. Okay? Let me see if I can pull this up, man. I know I can look at this, right? Okay, so stats, teams. Let me go to the teams here. I just want to pull this up, man. I want to be accurate about this guy. Okay. And this linebacker here that we're talking about. So roster. Go ahead and look at this roster. All right, let's go. All right, quarterback position. Linebacker. Defensive line, edge. I'm going to get to that defensive line here in a minute. All right, Tristan Jernigan. I think that's one that nobody talks about, right? Tristan Jernigan. Jordan Lockhart, he's the one that I was really talking about. Jordan Lockhart, I don't believe Danny Lockhart is still there. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. But also with that Damian Sanford, I believe we see a lot of these guys this year. I believe we see a lot of Damian Sanford this year. A lot. When I say a lot, okay? But that linebacker unit, I believe they will be a run stopper. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and put that on out there right now. Bold, take a heat. That linebacker unit will be a run stopping unit. They will also shut down some passes from time to time. Look, you heard it here first. Okay. All right, let me keep on going here. Another one I didn't talk about, right? Bravion Roberts. I believe Bravion is going to show out this year. I really do. Bravion has a lot of potential, and Bravion just this is the thing about Bravion. He's fast, just got to slow down at times. I believe he's fixed that. That's a lot of potential in that young man. Another one is this guy here, man, and I'm so happy that we retained this young man, Javon Thomas, defensive back. Javon freaking Thomas. You give me that Javon Thomas that I know can get out there and ball. Javon could be one of your shutdown cornerbacks, man. I've seen it. I've seen it. Javon is good. He's that damn good. Okay? So, I'm going to keep on going. I didn't say nothing about Jordan Pride. I didn't even much mention Marcus Ratcliffe. Okay? All right. Defensive end and defensive line. Well, defensive line here, right? That's the biggest question mark to me. What is the defensive line going to do? They have the potential to be good. They have the potential to be great. This is the thing that can't happen. That defensive line from last year. Although Shamar went first round in the NFL, right, in which deservedly so, you guys seen where what's his name, man? I forget his name. You guys have seen where the defensive lineman that got taken in the third round. I forget his name. But you guys seen where he actually failed to. Okay, he fell down the draft boards, and he fell down the draft boards. I'm not going to say tremendously. He just fell to the third round. Okay. Another one was Shamar Stewart, but I think we all knew Shamar Stewart was going to go third round. Period. Okay. Nick Scorton. No, I'm sorry. Nick Scorton didn't fall to the third round. Nick Scorton fell to the second round, right? And which was deservingly so. But Nick Scorton was supposed to be a first round pick. Nothing wrong with the second round, by the way. But Nick Scorton was supposed to be a first round. Okay? I really hate that, but you can see that the defense started to take a dip after that South Carolina game. And what happened was that I think South Carolina exposed a lot on that defensive line. They really exposed it. And they showed people around the country that, hey, if you get these guys in the spot that you're going to get them in, A&M can't tackle with it. And that's what happened. You know, at first point of contact, A&M just couldn't tackle with it. Also, they couldn't rush the quarterback. They couldn't rush him. So, I do have a big question mark with this defensive line. How will they look? What's the potential of this defensive line? Number one, Cassius Howard, he will be a starter. I'm just letting that be known. DJ Hicks, he will be a starter. I'm just letting that be known as well. I believe Ryland Kennedy, I think they said he put on like 100 pounds or close to 100 pounds, which is crazy to me. He may be a starter, right? But another guy that I'm looking at is Dalen Evans. Okay, he's coming back. He's coming in. He could potentially be a starter. Yes, believe it or not, he could potentially be a starter. Albert Regis, I believe he'll be a starter on the board. And Solomon Williams. I believe Solomon Williams is that damn good. I'm going to say that once again. I believe Solomon Williams is that damn good. Okay? Also, Landon Ring. Landon Ring. He's also coming in. Okay? If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if that was Ryland Kennedy or if that, nope, you know what that was Solomon Williams. That was Solomon Williams just creating complete havoc in that backfield in that spring game. That guy looks so goddamn good, man. Wow, and he's a freshman. You know who he reminds me of? Colin Simmons. He really reminded me of Colin Simmons over there in Texas. That's why A&M wanted him. But Colin Simmons, I mean, you know, hey, Colin Simmons had to make the best decision possible. You know, that fits him. And did he make the best decision possible? Yes. He did. All right. So that potential for this Texas A&M team, as of right now, right, and with the full confidence of Marcel Reed, man, give me Texas A&M going 11-1. Book it. You can go ahead and book it. I believe Texas A&M will go 11-1 this season. What's their lone loss? It's going to be a toss-up between LSU and Texas. I'm going to say that again. It's going to be a toss-up between LSU and Texas. They go on the road for both of those games. I have A&M beating Texas. I didn't at first because I said 10-2. Man, with that confidence that Marcel Reed gave me at that podium, I got Texas A&M going right now. Okay, and my decision is final on that. I said 9-3. I done went up from 9-3 to 10-2 to 11-1. And what's crazy is that shout out to the guy that does the On 3, man, that does those little, like little 10-minute shows. That guy also had Texas A&M going 10-2. You know, he didn't have them going 11-1. He had those guys going 10-2 with the same losses that I said, which was LSU and Texas. That's crazy to me. But if you're looking at this Texas A&M, team, Marcel Reed fits what Mike Elko and Colin Klein is looking for. He really fits that scheme. He fits it. And I believe that Marcel is going to be good. Man, I really do believe Marcel is going to be good. I believe Marcel is going to be damn good. I cannot say that enough. Okay? So, just look for that, man. But the potential of that team, 11-1. 11-1. Okay? The press conference, right? Mike Elko talked about some things. And I believe Mike Elko meant some of those things. The most important thing that he analyzed on was that defense. He knows that the defense was not good. And that's something that he wants to get back to the drawing board on. I believe that they were working some plays, and they're going to blitz these quarterbacks a whole lot more than what they done on last year. Okay? So, just be looking for that. Okay? Just be really, really, really looking for that. All right. So, going forward on that one, right? I just want to say a couple of wins that they're going to get, and I just want to say a couple of score predictions that I have for myself. Okay, so the first two, UTSA, I believe that's a win, and Utah State, I believe that's a win. Okay, and then at Notre Dame at 6:30. I'm gonna, man, look, this is me. I'm marking all three of these games as a W. I've heard a lot of people, they're very scared to mark this Notre Dame game as a win. I get it. They beat us last year at Kyle Field. How can we go there and beat them? Well, I'm going to tell you something now. I don't even much know who's going to be the Notre Dame quarterback. I don't even much think Notre Dame knows who's going to be Notre Dame quarterback. Okay? The only threat over there that I know of, for me, my opinion, is Jeremiah Love. That's it. Notre Dame has lost almost all of their defense. Okay? That offensive line, I think they're still going to be good. I believe that running game is going to be good. And like I said before, we have a question mark on our defensive line. But we're going to see. I believe more in my defensive line. Yeah, I know Notre Dame just came off a national championship game. I know they did, but they didn't win it. They didn't win it. Okay? But I believe in a UTSA game, I believe that offense is going to ball out. I'm going to make a score prediction now. And I want you guys to come back to this show. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm close to it, let me know that. Okay? I believe in a UTSA game. That game is going to be a 45-14 game. I would like to see a little bit more points, but I believe they're going to lead the score at 45-14. I believe in the Utah State game. That game is going to be probably 50, I want to say probably 51-7. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to say 51-7. Once again, UTSA on August 30th, 6 p.m., ESPN. I won't be here, by the way. I will be out of state. Well, I will be out of the country. I'm still going to watch the game, by the way. But I believe they win against UTSA by a score of 45-14. They play Utah State the next weekend, which is at 11:45 a.m. I believe they win that game 51-7. Okay, those are a lot of high numbers. I know, I get it. I do, I honestly get it. But that's me believing in Colin Klein, and I believe that Marcel Reed will help out Colin Klein this year in that offense. Okay, I do believe so. All right, the Notre Dame game. This game is going to be close, but I believe Texas A&M pulls away in the fourth quarter. I believe Texas A&M comes out of this game 27-13. I'm going to say it once again. I believe Texas A&M comes out of this Notre Dame game 27-13. Yep, I said it. You heard it here first. 2 touchdowns. I believe they win that game once again 27-13. That's me. That's a lot of confidence. I know it. I believe that Marcel Reed will be that guy, man. I really believe Marcel Reed will be that guy. Okay? Marcel, man, what's his name? Freeman. I'm gonna say his last name. I can't think of his first name for whatever reason. But Freeman, he's a damn good coach. He showed you that he can get to the national title in his 3rd year as a Notre Dame coach, right? Couldn't win it, but he could get there, right? Because of his defense alone. I don't believe his defense will be that good this year. Okay, they're still going to be top 35, right? Probably right around their top 30. But what is his offense going to get? You know, I just believe that Texas A&M offense is better than Notre Dame's offense, and I believe they get out there and they prove it. 27-13. That's me. I'm going to stick with that, and you know it is what it is. Okay, so guys, that's it. All right, like I say, you know, just rolling through the first 3 weeks here. I believe Texas A&M is 3-0 walking into the Auburn game, in which that's TBD. They're probably not going to let us have the game at night. I know these guys already, and you know it is what it is. Whatever, you know. But guys, they're not going to let us. They're absolutely not going to let us have the game. That is crazy, but they're not. They're not. All right, so whatever, it is what it is. But after that, they have Mississippi State, in which is a trap game because that's right before Florida. All right, Mississippi State is going to always be a trap game. You got to win those. You have to win those. Okay? So that's all I have for you guys doing today. I will be back on next week. Be looking for a podcast with about 2 more team members, in which Eric Crenshaw is going to be one of you guys. Okay, so we're all 3 going to do a podcast. I believe Eric is still putting some things together. We should have that out before the football season kicks off, and just make sure you guys tune in, man. It's going to be a damn good podcast. Okay? And like I say, I believe, man, we'll all have fun. Okay, all right. So just be looking for that one. Once again, guys, you already know what it is. Please, if you don't mind, like and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Hell, post the predictions for this season, right? And like always, love you guys. #Igmax.